Naaku personally, when I was young, it was my mother who fought with her entire family and told the family, I am not very well educated. I want my daughter to be educated in an English medium school. So today, whatever I am is because of my mother. And in a later stage of life, when I was supposed to go to the United States, it was my father who took up the initiative and convinced my mother, yes, she is a girl, but she needs to have global exposure, and she sent both me and my brother in the same year to the United States for further education. So if it is not for our parents, if it is not for their efforts, if it is not for their own battles that they fight to put us in this institute, in this kind of education, please do not take it lightly. And today with a lot of sadness I share this. Journalists across the world, especially women journalists across the world, it's a global phenomenon. They're being harassed for whatever news they cover. It has become a very easy thing to target women journalists. In India, when the government agreed that there is Pegasus on certain people, majority of them were women journalists. And it is very easy to target a woman. If a woman takes up a sensitive issue, it could be any issue, takes up a sensitive issue, they believe, the goons believe that they can intimidate a woman by targeting them, abusing them on their physical appearance, etc. by violence. They've tried it, but I should really salute the women journalists across the globe who have stood to the test of the time, who have stood by whatever they believed in it and then made name for themselves. And unfortunately in some countries like Pakistan and some countries, we see a phenomena where when a woman journalist covers a news, there have been honor killings from the family itself, that why did you cover this news brought shame upon us. So there are all kinds of violences happening across the globe. It is not a phenomena that is in India. I want to tell you that this is not an easy profession, but then this is a profession that can help millions and millions of women if you do it rightly with all your heart. Because as a journalist, you have a choice to report on an issue which just goes unnoticed. If you can report it, if you can bring it to the sight of the proper people, there can be a solution for thousands of women. And as a filmmaker, today Media Sphere has I believe invited countries across the Hyderabad today, and there are people from across various colleges and institutes. And if you are a filmmaker, if you can make a sensitive movie about the emotional issues or about the practical issues that are faced by certain sections, you can make a lot of difference. Millions of lives can be touched by it. So either you go into the media sphere or you go into the journalism sphere, this is a very brilliant profession. But all brilliant things have their own difficulties. The path is definitely not easy, but I urge you to stick to the path.